Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Old Charles. Today, we are going deep down a rabbit hole that I get asked about more than almost any other modern coin, the 2005 California state quarter. Now, if you have a jar of coins somewhere in your house, there is a very good chance you have one of these. But the question I see all the time in the comments on this channel is a simple one: what is my 2005 California quarter worth? And the answer, like with most things in coin collecting, is it depends. It really depends. So today we are not going to give you one answer. We are going to give you every answer for every possible version of this coin you might have. So grab your coin and let's get started. First, let's make sure we are all talking about the same coin. The California quarter was released in 2005 as part of the United States Mint's 50 state quarters program. It is the 31st coin in that series. So it says 2005 on the front right under George Washington's head. The front of the coin is called the obverse, and it is the same for all state quarters. The back of the coin, the reverse, is where the California design is, and it is a beautiful one. It features John Muir, the famous naturalist, looking at the giant sequoia tree known as the grizzly giant in Yosemite National Park. A California condor is flying in the sky, and the inscriptions include California 1850 John Muir and Yosemite Valley. This design is why so many people love this coin. It really captures the spirit of California's natural beauty. Okay, so you have one of these in your hand now. Let's break down its value. We will start with the coins you are most likely to have and work our way up to the super rare and valuable ones. If you found this coin in your pocket change or in that jar I mentioned earlier, it is what we call a circulated coin. It has been used in commerce. It has been passed from hand to hand. It has been in vending machines, and on the ground it's been through a lot. For a coin like this, the value is simply its face value, 25 cents. It is worth exactly what it says it is worth. Now, that does not mean it is worthless. It is still money, but from a collector's standpoint, there is no premium for a heavily worn circulated California quarter. You can spend it just like any other quarter. Now, this is where things start to get a little more interesting. This is an uncirculated coin. Specifically, this one came from a United States Mint set. These coins were never used in everyday money. They were struck specially for collectors and sold in sets by the Mint. They have beautiful mint luster, a sharp strike, and no bag marks or wear. So what is a California quarter from a Mint set worth today? You can typically find these for sale online or at coin shows for about $1 to $2, maybe $3 on the high end if it is still in its original mint packaging. So there is a small premium, but we are not talking about life-changing money here. It is a great affordable way to start a collection. This is the real showstopper for most collectors. This is a proof coin. Proof coins are struck multiple times with specially polished dies on specially prepared planchets, blanks. They are made for collectors and have that incredible contrast between the shiny fields and the frosted devices. The images and lettering. A proof California quarter is a stunning coin. So what is it worth? A proof California quarter from the 2005 silver proof set. Now, that is a different story. We will get to that in a second. But a standard clad proof coin like this one, the metal is the same as a regular quarter, copper nickel clad over a copper core. That coin is worth in the range of $3 to $5. Again, not a fortune, but a beautiful piece for a collection. Now, before we get to the big money, we have to talk about mint marks. Every coin has a mint mark that tells you where it was made. For the California quarter, there are two possibilities: no mint mark or a D mint mark. A coin with no mint mark was made at the Philadelphia Mint. A coin with a D mint mark was made at the Denver Mint. Both mints made hundreds of millions of these coins. Philadelphia made over 500 million and Denver made over 400 million. So neither one is rare. Neither one is more valuable than the other. In circulated condition or standard uncirculated condition, they are both extremely common. Okay, are you ready for the part you have all been waiting for? The errors and varieties. This is where a regular 25-cent piece can suddenly be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For the 2005 California quarter, there is one primary variety that every single person needs to check, for it is known as the extra tree variety, sometimes called the double tree or the additional tree variety. On the normal coin, if you look to the left of John Muir's head, you will see the outlines of two large sequoia trees in the background. The error coin has a third tree, an extra trunk that appears between his head and the first large tree. It is very faint, but once you see it, you cannot unsee it. This was caused by a gouge in the die that the Mint used to strike the coins. It left a raised extra tree line on every coin that was struck from that damaged die. So how do you find it? You need good lighting and maybe a magnifying glass. Look at the area between John Muir's head and the first large tree on the left on a normal coin. That area is relatively smooth on the variety coin. You will see a clear vertical raised line that looks like another tree trunk. It is that simple. So the million-dollar question, what is the extra tree variety California quarter worth? Well, that depends on the condition. If you have a circulated one that is worn, but you can still clearly see the extra tree, you are looking at a value of about $100 to $200. That is right, a quarter you found in change could be worth over $100 if it is in nicer uncirculated condition with its original luster and no scratches. The value can jump to $250 to over $400, and if you have a proof version of the extra tree variety, the value is even higher because those are much rarer. They can sell for $500 and up. Now, before you get too excited, there is one more thing. The extra tree variety is only known to exist on coins from the Denver Mint, so your coin must have a D mint mark on the front right above the date. If your coin has no mint mark from Philadelphia, it cannot be the extra tree variety. I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news for those of you with Philadelphia coins. So let's do a quick recap because that was a lot of information. Number 1, a worn California quarter from your change is worth 25 cents. Number 2, a shiny uncirculated coin from a mint set is worth $1 to $2. Number 3, a beautiful proof coin is worth $3 to $5 for the clad version. Number 4, the big ticket item, the D mint mark coin with the extra tree variety is worth $100 to over $400 depending on condition, and if it is a proof, it is worth even more. So the moral of the story is yes, your 2005 California quarter is almost certainly just worth 25 cents, but there is a small and exciting chance that it could be something much, much more valuable. It is always worth taking a few minutes to check, especially for that D mint mark and that little extra tree. It is like a mini treasure hunt that you can do with the loose change in your own home. If you think you might have one of these rare varieties, the best thing to do is to take good clear pictures of the area near John Muir's head and post them on coin forums or show them to a local coin dealer for verification. There are a lot of people out there who would be happy to help you identify it. The 50 State Quarters Program was authorized by an act of Congress, the 50 States Commemorative Coin Program Act, which was signed into law by President Bill Clinton in 1997. The vision was audacious to release 5 new quarter-dollar designs every year from 1999 to 2008 each, representing one of the 50 states in the order they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. This meant California, admitted as the 31st state on September 9, 1850, would be the 31st coin released in the series slated for 2005. The process of creating the California quarter design was a collaborative effort led by the Governor of California. The process was directed by Governor Gray Davis and later by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. Following the recall election, the California State Library administered the design process, and the public was invited to submit ideas. The Mint received thousands of concepts from citizens across the state. These ideas were whittled down to a manageable number that reflected California's diverse history, culture, and landmarks. A few of the popular themes that emerged included the gold rush, the Spanish missions, the entertainment industry of Hollywood, technological innovation from Silicon Valley, and agricultural abundance. But the theme that ultimately resonated most powerfully was California's unparalleled natural beauty and its legacy of environmental conservation. This focus led to a short list of design concepts that included images of the California grizzly bear, the Gold Rush, and Yosemite National Park. The final design selection was a tribute to John Muir, the Scottish-born naturalist and author who was instrumental in the creation of the national park system, and most notably in the establishment of Yosemite as a national park in 1890. The design features Muir gazing up in admiration at the grizzly giant, a massive and ancient giant sequoia tree in Mariposa Grove within Yosemite National Park. Soaring above them is a California condor, a species that has been the focus of intense and successful conservation efforts, bringing it back from the brink of extinction. The inscriptions are simple and powerful: California, John Muir, Yosemite Valley. In the year of statehood, 1850, the sculptor engraver at the United States Mint who brought this design to life was Don Everhart. The original artwork was created by a U.S. Mint Artistic Infusions program artist, but it was Everhart who translated that two-dimensional art into the three-dimensional model used for coinage, a process known as sculpting the model or reducing the design using a metallic engraving machine. His skill is evident in the fine details of Muir's beard, the texture of the sequoia bark, and the feathers of the condor. The coins were struck in massive numbers, reflecting California's large population and the ongoing high. That muscle growth is slow, and it requires dedication, nutrition, and a specific plan. He explained that lifting weights actually helps shape the body, burn fat, increase metabolism, and improve posture. Hearing this opened a new path for Rafi, who realized that his fear had stopped him from becoming the person he wanted to be. The fourth myth was one he heard almost daily. People told him that you must train every single day or else you will lose your progress. So he never rested. He felt guilty whenever he took even one day off. But his lack of rest only pushed him deeper into fatigue. The trainer explained how muscles grow during rest and how the nervous system needs recovery to perform well. He told Rafi that discipline is not about doing more. It is about doing what actually works. Rafi felt as if someone had finally lifted a weight off his shoulders. The fifth myth was subtle yet powerful. It was the belief that results must come fast. He expected visible changes within weeks, and each time he failed to see them, he felt defeated. He lost motivation and pushed harder for quick results, creating a cycle that drained him. The trainer taught him that progress is slow, invisible, and steady. It is built with patience, not desperation. He told Rafi to trust the process and to focus on habits, not outcomes. Over the next months, Rafi transformed his approach. He trained with intention, not force. He rested without